I'm Rantasmo, and Ellen needs more gay. The term broad tends to have a negative connotation, regardless of whether you're talking about the generic appeal of sitcoms such as The Big Bang Theory, or a woman in the 1940s. But I don't think that being broad is necessarily a bad thing. Ellen Degeneres has broad appeal. Her sense of humor is light, not especially edgy, but her persona is a very likable one. Like most comedians, Ellen got her start doing stand-up, and became particularly well known for her observational jokes and her signature awkward ramble.
You ever do this? You walk up to an elevator, someone's there, they've already pushed the button is lit, you walk up. Obviously didn't push it correctly, I'll have to push it myself.
Some people called her the female Seinfeld. And the first season of her sitcom, which premiered in 1994, was somewhat Seinfeld-esque, focusing on the idiosyncrasies of four somewhat self-absorbed friends. It also had, in my opinion, the best theme song. Ellen was actually one of my very favorite shows growing up. She had just the right mix of slapstick and dry self-deprecation, and she had a pretty big influence on my own sense of humor. The show evolved a bit over the years, and the more disposable, less interesting characters were gradually replaced with, well, at least funnier characters. But then, one day, something happened. Something terrifying. I am speaking, of course, of Ellen came out when I was still in middle school, and like a lot of people at that age in that time period, I didn't really get it. I was like, gay? I'm told that's a bad thing. Ellen was the first ever gay lead character of a primetime TV show. And it's actually sort of incredible just how extreme the reaction was only 15 years ago, compared to, say, the recent coming out of Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory. The actor who plays the most popular character on the most popular sitcom in America comes out, and the public's reaction is, oh, okay. Granted, Parsons' character isn't gay, but the busybodies over at 1 Million Moms haven't even mentioned him to my knowledge, and they're still giving Ellen just for being in commercials. Ellen naturally got criticism from people like Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson, who saw her show as some great threat to the moral fabric of America. But she also got criticism from gay activists, who said that her show was beginning to suffer because it was dealing almost exclusively with gay issues. This is kind of a problem with many shows with gay main characters, especially if they come out as part of the plot. It's actually quite difficult to make a show about a gay character without addressing the multitude of social issues that come with being newly out. It would ring a bit hollow to just have a character go, well, I guess I'm gay now. Chicken suit! Now, I almost never have a problem with any media being too gay. You may have picked up on that. But it's true that the show did change in some pretty fundamental ways after Ellen came out. The secondary characters, who up to that point had been a really central part of the show, began to take a back seat to Ellen and her relationships. And parts of the show did sometimes get super serial. Sometimes. And to be honest, one of the nice things about those seasons where Ellen was slowly inching her way out of the closet was that we had a show with a female main character who wasn't defined by her romantic relationships. It focused more on her friendships and other aspects of her life, and in a way, that was refreshing. I liked Ellen's girlfriend, and I don't think these changes were a bad thing. But they were changes, and sitcom audiences in the 90s weren't always big on change. It didn't help that ABC put a parental advisory on season 5 of Ellen simply because it had gay kissing. This is the sort of thing that I think people just wouldn't stand for nowadays, and I think it shows just how far we've come. Just look at Ellen now. She's got a wildly popular talk show that appeals to everyone from gay men to grandmas. And thanks to her, we can finally have gay people on TV without everybody freaking the out as much.